Well, let's be honest here. We are in a very difficult economic crisis. If you have a good idea and you are committed and you have a small amount of seed funding, then try it. Work from home. Don't go out and get huge premises and start to buy a lot of stock and until you know that somebody wants to purchase your product. Now, the thing is with entrepreneurs, we all ask our family and friends, what do you think of this idea? And generally they say, oh yeah, we think that's a good idea. But really you've got to place yourself in the position of the customer and think, would this person buy that? And if you honestly believe they would buy it if they're in a recession or not. Unless it's an absolute luxury, which I doubt whether new entrepreneurs would be producing. So if you think that there is a market for your goods, just do it. I often get asked that question about female entrepreneurs, and my answer is male, female, what difference does it make? And let's face it, ladies, we don't want to be treated differently. And if we don't want to be treated differently, we need to get on a level playing field and just get on with the task at hand. If we have children, we work out childcare. If we're single, that makes it a little bit easier for us. But ultimately, you cannot expect to be treated any differently. Business is tough. And you've got to be tough, and you don't have to be tougher. You just have to be tough, because the guys are tough and the ladies have to be tough. So there's no difference between men and women. But if you want to be treated differently, and if you want to have children, etc., then just remember that you'll have your child and you'll be back working within 3 days. No maternity leave for female entrepreneurs. I think it's tremendous if large firms do outsource their work, because smaller firms tend to be more entrepreneurial, more creative, and more willing, perhaps importantly, to take risks. So if you want something unusual, or if you want something that you don't believe that you can get within the organisation, there's not a lot of entrepreneurship, and regardless of what people say, unless you Google, there's not a lot of people within an organisation who would risk. So outsource it, and if you do decide to outsource it, change your terms, pay sooner, because smaller firms need the cash flow. Don't have the same contract that you would with the government, for example. Say, okay, your payment terms are 30 days or cash on delivery. Try to do things differently to support smaller firms. Well, the first thing I'd do is ensure I'd have a product that people wanted to buy. The second thing, what I know about entrepreneurs, it is not a lifestyle thing that you do. You give your heart and soul. You give every fibre of your body to your idea. And if you're prepared to do that and work harder than you've ever worked before and worry more than you've ever worried before, then just go out and do it. And if you're not, give it a try, and then maybe the second time it will work for you.
So don't give up the first time.
I'd say don't give up the first time. Business is difficult. It's not easy.